I am intervention.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Just McCormick, aka Mr. Intervention, back again, and we're taking on somebody that's got a flip record than we do. Las Vegas Rollers are going to be the opponent. As you can see here, we've got a few guys we're going to have to look out for. We might be able to take advantage of the lack of star secondary, but it's going to be interesting to see how we can do against their run game, as the Rollers have some guys that are pretty tough. Ricky Waters being one of them, Joe Theismann being the quarterback. So gonna have to find out if we can get some kind of game going here. Shannon Sharp, I believe, is one of the other guys that are over there, as this is going to be an interesting matchup for sure. Not going to do anything here but go over the team standings real quick. We're still tied with the Sailors in the Pacific North. The Legends running away with the South Wall. The same thing goes for the Rhinos. While the Sharks are hot on their heels, they're just not close enough yet. Assassins with a couple games over the Americans in the Atlantic North. The South is highly contested with the Wasp, Top Guns, Cobras, and Cyclones all within a game. So if somebody slips up, they might win or lose their season. Red Dogs, Iron Men, and Firebirds are all contesting for the Atlantic Central, while the Federals have some work to do. We're going to go ahead and back out here. We're going to get into the matchup. The Rollers, the big opponent that we've got to go up against here. So let's see how things will go in this matchup. Kings versus Rollers. We're on the road again. See ya on the field. Welcome everybody to Las Vegas, Nevada, Tangiers Stadium. The Kings coming here to see if they can come out with another win. The Rollers trying to see if they can salvage a season that's not really gone the way that they would like to go. This is definitely going to be a fun one, as we've got guys like Shannon Sharp and Art Donovan to go up against. Joe Theismann, Nicky Woods, Ricky Waters, Bill Wade, Ricky Sanders, Brian Bosworth, Dexter Manley, and Al Del Greco are going to be the guys that are being fielded for the Rollers. As the Rollers got a good little orange and blue combination I do enjoy, as Sharp and Carter are going to meet up. They have actually contested before. We're going to call tails in this one, because normally it's been heads and we have had to go that way. It is going to be heads this time again. Rollers are going to kick it, so we're going to get the ball first. This is going to be interesting. So Las Vegas starting this thing off, as Del Greco will send this thing flying. Peterson back to return this at about his own one. And that's going to be Peterson breaking one tackle, and then he gets jammed up in a crowd down at the 28 by number 28. So first down. So one guy we got to watch out for in the middle of there is Brian Bosworth, former Seattle Seahawk. As we'll see if we can get something going here on the stretch. And Peterson is going to get blown up. They're at the line. That's not happening. Back to pass on this one. We'll throw that short to Peterson. He'll get it. Good tackle by the D-back, though, as that's going to only get a couple. 3rd and 11 now, as Tarkenten goes back to pass. Going to fire that one short, and that one's going to be intercepted. Oh, that was a bad throw. Icky Woods back there with Waters. Theismann under center, I formation. They go back to pass. He'll dump that off. That is going to be Waters getting a couple. See Grant going back out to his position. They've got Sanders out there in the slot, as this is going to be lobbed deep, and that is caught. Shannon Sharp is wide open for the touchdown. We'll try the sweep here, and oh, that is going to go nowhere. Fran Tarkenten blown up in the backfield. Moss will go in motion right to left as we go back to pass here. Going to screen that. No, we're not going to do it. That is going to be a sack. Going to roll out here on this one. Going to throw that one toward Carter. He's got it. And that's going to be about as reliable as you can get there. Try that again, except this time go to Moss if we can. We're going to have to throw that one deep. Moss will get under it. As Tarkenten had to throw that one, the O-line is not there right now as we finally get some positive yardage on these two plays. Moss able to tippy-toe the sideline. That's going to be a first down. Back to pass on this one. And dump that off to Peterson. Peterson will get a little bit, not much. All right, going to go back to pass on this one. Dump that off to Peterson. He's going to get it. And he will, over the shoulder, take the hit. That's going to be a first down. Go back to pass on this one. Throw that over the middle as Armstrong is going to get that one. That's going to be a first down. Actually, let me try something here. I'll lob that one toward Carter, but that is going to be well defended. That's all right. Second down. Back to pass on this one. Tarkenten's going to stop and pop, and that is going to be Randy Moss in the end zone as he dives to the ground, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Kings as they come back on this one. Tarkenten stopped. Found his guy coming across, and that is going to be the first score of the game for the Kings. So here we go. First down, Joe Theismann under center, looking to see what he can do. Offset eye this time to the weak side, and they're going to go back to pass. That's going to be thrown short. That's going to be Ricky Waters who's going to get that, and he's going to be eventually shoved out. 6-yard gain. So good for the Rollers to be able to get a short second down situation. I formation with a jumbo package here. And they're going to go back to pass, and Theismann hit as he throws. Fiore got back there. The Rollers in decent field position at the moment, but they've got to get this first. And they're going to hand that off. Waters will get it, and then Studwell is going to be there to stop that one. Good job by the Stud. I hand this one off to Peterson. He's only going to get a yard there, as I don't believe he's got any yards yet. We'll switch some things up here. Back to pass for Tarkenten. He's going to fire that right, and that's going to be well defended. Tried to fit that in there to the tight end, but it did not work. Well, back to pass on this one. Well, throw it out of the middle, and that is not going to be anywhere near the first down, and not going to be a completion either. Fourth down now. Offset eye this time to the strong side right for Theismann and this team as they will hand off. And Waters is going to go nowhere. Good penetration there. Kane got back there in the backfield. That's going to be a TFL for him. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter. So far, a bit of a defensive stand. It is 7-all after one. Second and 11 at the 34 now as the second quarter is underway. Theismann's going to move his guys to the line. There's going to be I formation. And Theismann will hand off. That is Ricky Waters getting blown up. Nice hit. That was Gallion. As Gallion out there saying he's not the only fierce linebacker out here today. As that is going to be a jump offsides there. And they will accept that penalty, as that is going to be a free 5 yards for them. But they still got to try and get this first, as that pass is completed left-hand side, but it'll be moot. As that was Jim Marshall who jumped offside. He's been having trouble staying disciplined lately this season, as it's been tough for him to kind of not be so jumpy. Back to pass here for Theismann. He's going to throw that short and to the left, and a good spin move. Sanders made that happen, and that is going to be a first down for the Rollers. 1st and 10 at the Las Vegas 47-yard line. Theismann offset eye to the weak side, as they're looking to try and make something happen out of this drive, and that is going to be Ricky Waters right there at midfield on the other side of the 50. Back to pass here for Theismann. He's going to dump that off, and that is going to be close to a first down. 3rd and 1 now. Ball at the Minneapolis 44-yard line. Theismann will hand this off, and that is going to be blown up in the backfield. Bryce Pop was over there, and Waters does not get what he needs. 4th down. And they are going to hand off. That is going to be right up the middle for Ricky Waters. He's got that in a first down. Could not hold them. They're still going to continue the drive. Try inside blast 3 here and see if we can get a little penetration. And they're going to go hand that one off. Waters is going to have a lot of room there. Slowed him down, thankfully. Wilcox was able to get over there, as Waters now has 24 yards on the day. Ricky Waters finally starting to get something going there, as we had him. I came through the line there, but was not near the ball carrier. On I formation for Theismann. See what they do this time as he changes things up. He is going to throw that left. That is going to be caught by Ricky Sanders. First real big catch in a while. That is 7 yards. 2nd and 3 now at the 12. They are in prime position to get some points here. And then we'll go back to pass. He'll dump that one off. Waters is not going to get anything there, as Gallion is on top of him. That's a tackle for a loss for 1. 3rd and 4 at the 13-yard line. Offset eye to the weak side with the receivers on the right. See where they go with this one. And that will hand off. That is going to go up the middle. And Waters not fast enough to get through the line. Jim Marshall, one of the guys over there, and McCullum helped to bring him down. 4th down. Del Greco lining up for about a 28-yard field goal, as they were unable to get into the end zone this time. This is going to be up, in, and good. Las Vegas will regain the lead. I'm going to hand this one off. Peterson's going to find a bit of room that time. It's going to be one of the first big carries for him in this one. Back to pass on this one. We'll throw that right. That's going to be dropped by the receiver. Could not get it. And I believe that was Hilton that was supposed to get that one. Yes, it was. Sheldon Hilton was the intended target on that pass. Back to pass on this one. Tarkenten's going to have to find somebody, and did not mean to pump fake that. Ugh. And they will hand off. Waters is going to find Lane, and he's going to find more than that. as he's going to finally get drugged down from behind. They're going to call timeout with 47 seconds left, deep in Minneapolis territory. Kings are in big trouble here. They give up a touchdown. This will be a downhill slope for the Rollers, as that's going to be dropped off, and there's a good dodge there from Ricky Waters. He shoved out. Ricky Waters now with 21 yards receiving, as he's got about 24 yards rushing now. Shotgun for Theismann, and he's going to go back to pass. He'll throw that one in, is caught right over the middle there. Back to pass on this one for Theismann. Bryce popped there, but that's going to be a first down, and they'll call timeout. 25 seconds left in the half. Shotgun again for Theismann. As that's going to be thrown short. Pop is going to touch the man down. As Sharp tries to get back in position quickly. 10 seconds. As Theismann's going to throw that. That is going to be off the hands of McCollum's got it. That is an interception. Central McCollum, as that one bounced off the back of a Studwell, and well, that made something work. Gonna go with the old flea flicker, and yeah, that's not gonna happen. Too much happening in the backfield for that to work out, so that is gonna be incomplete. I'll launch this one deep toward Moss. Moss will get it. And Moss has got enough speed there and will break the tackle. And he's going to get in there for a touchdown. 80-yard pass and score. As Tarkenten found Moss, and that was it. The Kings will now go up 14-10. First lead for them in the game, and they're going to end the half with it. 14-10, the score. Kings now over the Rollers, as the Rollers will get the ball back in the third quarter. As we check out the stats, only 3 yards rushing for the Kings, 170 yards passing, and 80 of that just came on that monster play, so they had 90 before that. Rollers a little more balanced, 139 total yards, as the running and the passing have been pretty good. You see the 2 sacks by Donovan today, the big D tackle, as he's been making a lot of things happen. Tarkenten, 170 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day. Theismann was 73 yards and a touchdown. As you see the first one there by Theismann, which helped the big plays there. And then you see Tarkenten with a bomb to Moss. Moss has had some good catches in this game, as Randy Moss now has 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. Shannon Sharp with only 29 yards, but he has a score, so can't really fault there. Ricky Waters, 66 yards on the ground today, as it's been really good for him in both receiving and running. He's been doing what he can. As you see, the big interception there that led to the score. You see Tarkenten going back on play action there and just bombs this one to Randy Moss, as we took advantage of the lack of star potential back there. Safety tried to bring down Moss, but Moss just too resilient and found the end zone. That is going to be a touchdown. Adrian Peterson hadn't really had much happen today in this game. He's got almost no rushing yards. We're going to have to try and see if we can turn that around at some point. But right now, the Rollers are going to get a chance, as they will get the football. Minneapolis leading this one 14-10, as Ricky Waters will make another return here. And he's going to spin move and then get all the way out to the 34-yard line. Finally brought down. So 1st and 10 now. Theismann has everybody in I formation with 2 receivers out there. Sharp is far left. They're going to hand that off, and Waters is going to cut back. He'll get 4 out of that as he's finally leveled. 70 yards now for Ricky Waters, his longest being that 41-yarder he had earlier. Offset out to the weak, though. And Theismann will hand off. They go weak side, and that's going to be a big hit there. That was Central McCullum with the tackle. 3rd and 5 now. I formation with 1 tight end in there, and they're going to throw that one to the right, and then it's going to be in and out of the hands. Tried to go to Walters. Brian Walters intended for, but the intention was not completed. All right, going to go with play action here on this one. Throwing that one, and that is going to be well incomplete. Tried to go to, I believe Luke was the intention there, but yeah, that one not happening. And that's going to be handed off to Peterson. Peterson's going to lower the shoulder. He's going to get some yards that time. And we'll hand that off to Peterson. Peterson's going to lower the shoulder again and gets all the way out to the 40. Adrian Peterson starting to rumble a little bit. Fran Tarkenten, 105.6 rating and 170 yards, a couple of touchdowns. So far so good for Fran. As Moss will go in motion and will be able to get something there. Dump that off to Peterson. Peterson will lower the shoulder, take the hit. That's 5 yards. All right, we go back to pass on this one. Throw that to Peterson again, and this time that's not going to go anywhere. Couple yard loss that time. Back to pass on this one. We'll fire that one over the middle. Armstrong's got it as the linebacker moved out of the way there. Back to pass on this one. Throwing that one toward Frizzell. He's got it. Good catch. And Frizzell will fight for yards. He'll get 13 there. That is a great catch for him. As I am glad to see that man making catches again. Mackenzie Frizzell on the out route. Good little spin there to put his hands in position for the catch and then fights his way forward. 1st down. 1st and 10 to 33, and Tarkenten will take off. And he's going to find plenty of room as he's touched down at the 22. That's about 11-yard gain there. So 1st and 10 now at the 22, just outside the red zone here. Going to launch that one toward our guy, but not going to get it. Armstrong was well covered. Incomplete. Back to pass on this one. Going to launch that one toward Carter. He'll get it. Tippy-toeing in the field of play, and that is going to be a catch for him. Carter now with 40 yards on the day. Tarkenten with a good 3-step drop. Carter spins around, puts his hands and feet where they need to be. As Carter lines back up into his position. 2:25 left in the 3rd. And we'll hand this off to Candidate. Jason Candidate finds the end zone. Touchdown, as he is now going fishing. As Theismann will change up things, and back to pass for Theismann. He's going to try to drop that off to Ricky, but I don't know if he was pressured or just didn't see where his man was. Incomplete. Joe Theismann, one of the Redskins' best players back in the time of Washington, as he led this team to many great victories as they go I formation here. And he's going to throw that one on the run there, and that is going to be swatted incomplete as he tried for Ricky Sanders. Jeffrey Goodwin, one of the guys we've not said in a good minute, he was over there to make that play as they go offset out. 3 receivers out there. As that is going to be thrown to the left-hand side. That'll be caught in the field of play by Ricky Sanders, but short of the marker. As you see, Theismann with 77 yards and a passing touchdown, also has an interception. Both quarterbacks with one interception right now. I'm going to try the rollout here on this one. Tarkenten is going to find no way to get that one out as the defense is all over him. That is Brett Lambert, the defensive end, who was right there. He'll back to pass on this one. Throw that one short there, and that is going to be dropped. Armstrong could not bring that one in. Third down now. 3rd and 18, ball at the 23-yard line. And there's no way Tarkenten's getting that one off. Probably should have rolled out there. And Tarkenten is down. Uh-oh. Our quarterback has hit the dirt, and that's not good, as he took the full force. Joe Theismann walking back to the line, 45-yard line of Las Vegas, and they're going to go giving that one to Ricky Sanders, and he's going to go nowhere on that one. Good tackle by Keith Millard. We've not said his name at all today, but he gets a tackle for loss that time. 2nd and 11, ball at the 44 now. As they go I formation, Shannon Sharp on that left-hand side. He is always dangerous. And they're going to hand this off again to Waters. Waters is going to make a spin move. McCollum finally brings him down, but not after getting the first. About 12 yards that time on that run. They're going to hand that one off, and that is going to be nothing doing that time, as that is going to be no gain. Yes, the end of the 3rd quarter. Kings with a small lead, 21-10 after 3. 2nd and 11, as you see. Rollers getting set back up here. Final quarter of play. Rollers have got a little bit of work to do, as they're going to hand that one off to Sanders. And if anybody's going to do the work, it's Ricky Sanders, as he gets about 5 there. 86 yards on the day. And they're going to go back to pass. Theismann looking. He's going to fire that left. That is caught. Ricky Sanders with it, and that's going to be a big first down for them. And they're going to hand that off. Waters is going to run up the middle. Wilcox will step up and make the tackle, but that's not before getting 7 yards. Is this a great drive or what? Theismann definitely happy about how the drive is going right now, as they're going to hand that off. Waters is going to go up the middle, but finally get taken down. That was a good tackle on that one. McCollum had stepped up and made that happen. Only 1 yard, though. And they're going to hand that off. Waters is going to go up the gut to the left, and he's not going to find room, as Solomon Wilcox was up there and made that tackle 4th and inches. They will bring Al Del Greco onto the field to attempt this one. It is going to be a 37-yard field goal, as they could not get through enough to get this happen. They will be down by 8, and they will make that one happen. Up, in, and good for Del Greco. So now they've got to score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion just to tie this. 1st and 10 now for the Kings, as they are already in roller territory. Back to pass here. Throw that to Peterson, who'll get it. And then Peterson did not get favorable blocking that time, as Tarkenten is going to be out for a while. Broken arm. So our backup quarterback has been in there, McDaniel. Hopefully he can make good enough plays here, as we'll go back to pass. And no, McDaniel's going to find grass. All right, back to pass on this one. McDaniel's going to have to fire that one quickly, and then it's going to be incomplete. 3:10 left in this game as Theismann has got to find some way to get this team downfield for a score, and that's going to be thrown right over the middle. And wow, Ricky Waters with the spin move, and that is going to be it. One play and they go all the way. So the Rollers get an 80-yard touchdown. And they're going to hand this one off. Waters is going to get up the middle, but he's not going to find pay dirt. So that's going to continue to have the lead for the Kings. And going to hand this off to Peterson. Peterson will go up the middle. Back to pass on this one. I'll fire that one to the right, and that is going to be well defended as the defense was stacked properly. Karen Crosby was over there as he's playing the short field and then was able to adjust and knock that down before Armstrong had an opportunity for it. Back to pass on this one. And fire that one left, and Frizel's going to get it, and he's going to step out of bounds. Good catch there for James Frizel as Frizel made that happen. And we're going to hike this one quick so we can get the ball off. Peterson's going to get 9 yards there, and that'll be the 2-minute warning. Now the Rollers have got to waste their timeouts to try and stay in this and have another opportunity. What we're going to have to do is try and score here, as that's going to be a good handoff. Peterson's going to get shut down. And timeout Rollers, they've only got one left. 3rd and 3, we need 3 yards on this one. Peterson will not get it. And they'll call timeout. Now we're in a pretty risky situation. Do we kick the field goal? Or do we try and go for the first and end this football game? We are up by 2. This would mean that they need to score a touchdown to win it. And that is going to be up, in, and good. Barely able to get that as Kevin Epstein found the uprights just enough. If he didn't nail that one, we would have been in trouble, as that one drifted quite a bit, but still made it by about a foot. And they're going to go back to pass here, throw that one to the right, and that is going to be in and out of hands. Incomplete. He tried to go to Henry. Henry's not seen a catch today. And this is going to be incomplete. 42-yard line of the Rollers. They don't have to go too far as they're going to throw that one deep. It is caught. That time it's caught. And that's going to be, look like somebody was offside there as there's a flag down. See what this penalty is going to be. So we have 2 penalties on the play. They're going to offset. So we are going to make sure that this happens out. Bryce Popp was the guy that was offside, and then they threw the pass, which bounced off a lineman, which caused the penalty on their side. So that is going to be offsetting penalties and a reset of the down. 1st and 10 on the Minneapolis 37. The Rollers need a touchdown here. As they go offset eye to the right-hand side, they will dump that off short. That's going to be tackled in the field of play, but that's a first down. Theismann has his team at the 27. And that's going to be a good throw to Waters. Waters shoved out at the 19. First catch for him in a while. 1:06 left in this game. Kings have got to defend the end zone. High formation here for them, and they will go back to pass. Theismann looking. He's going to fire that over the middle. Studwell couldn't get it. That's going to be caught at the 6. Back to pass here for Theismann on that one. He's going to throw that left. That is caught out of bounds. Rollers looking to try and get the game winner here, and that is going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Rollers. Now they are up by 1 as Walters made the catch over the middle. Ran the drag route, and that was exactly what they needed there. And they're going to go for the field goal, thinking that they have this game in spades. So no need to do anything here. We just got to make sure we get the football back in good field position and make a drive happen. And they're going to fake this, and that ain't happening. Tried the fake, but the quarterback got laid out as he was playing holder. Wade just got exploded on. Go back to pass here. Going to fire that one left. Chris Carter's going to get it, and he's going to run out of bounds. Good catch there, as that's his third. 58 yards now at the 38-yard line. Good throw by McDaniel to put that only where Carter could get it. Back to pass on this one. Going to throw that one left, and that is going to be out of the reach of his guy. McDaniel not really been in much for our team, but he's in there now, and he's got to make some things happen for this squad. Back to pass here on this one. Daniel's going to throw that one deep, and he's going to try and get that to Moss, and that is picked off, and that is going to be the football game. Oh, McDaniel tried to throw that one deep, but Brian Bosworth was over there, and he got the juggle. Nearly caught there by Moss, but did not happen. So that's going to be how this game ends. Rollers able to come back in this one late. They're going to win it by a single point, but that's all you need. Rollers win it 25-24 over the Kings. The Kings just could not get a lot going for them, and then they lost their quarterback. And this is going to be a big hurt for us. 317 yards for the Rollers. Total offense, 289 for the Kings, as they finally were able to get some kind of run game going. But they weren't able to keep everything, as Jason Candidate able to run through the middle to get a touchdown late for the Kings. But the defense just could not hold off the attack of the Rollers, as a big catch there by Ricky Waters, and no coverage downfield was what happened there. As you see it right there, Ricky Waters with that big 80-yard score, as he showed Randy Moss that, hey, he can do it too. Speaking of Randy Moss, 118 yards for the day and 2 touchdowns. Ricky Sanders, 123 yards and a single touchdown for him in this game. As you see, Ricky Waters with 96 rushing yards in this football game, as he was able to help his team get where they needed to. As you see highlights here, Theismann with that little play there. One of the few times I've actually seen in 2K games where offset penalties happen. And then you see McDaniel with that last second heave, tried to throw this one deep and could not find Moss, as Brian Bosworth gets the interception on that one. And that's going to be how this game ends. Rollers win it in a close fashion. Joe Theismann, player of the game, 20 for 27, 225 yards, 3 touchdowns with a 120.1 QB rating. As we will get into the stats and show you how this came about. Theismann, 74% completions on the day. He had those 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. McDaniel and Tarkenten each with an interception. Tarkenten ended the day with 2 touchdowns, 13 for 23 on the day, a 98.3 rating before he got hurt. And And then Rodgers, 17 for 96 on the day. Peterson, 9 for 29. Theismann was not able to get anything. Fran Tarkenten, 2 for 11 yards. And Canada, 1 for 6. And then the touchdown. Catches today, Peterson was 6 for 18 yards. Waters 6 for 29. Sanders 6 for 123 in the touchdown. Carter had 3 for 58. Moss had 3 for 118 and 2 touchdowns. Sharp had 3 for 29 and a touchdown, and Walters had a touchdown as he also had 3 catches for 19 yards. Armstrong, a couple of catches for 24. Frizzell, a couple of catches for 25. And then Woods and Henry also able to get catches in this game. Defensively, Solomon Wilcox with 6 tackles. Bryce Pop with 5 and 2 assisted. Donovan with 5 tackles, 2 assisted, 2.5 sacks on the day. He was all up in our backfield. McCollum with 4 and 1. Gallion with 4 and 2. 4 and 2 for Simmons, as a number of guys had 3 tackles. Speaking of Goodman, Grant, Brown, Nertle, West, Mullen, Pearson, all had 3 tackles. 2 tackles for Stowell, Kane, Mathis, and Gray on the day. As the only sacks for the day belonged Donovan with 2.5, Moline with 1, Manley with 1, and Lambert with a half sack paired with Donovan. So they had about 5 sacks on the day. It was real good for the line, as Epstein able to hit the 43-yarder. He hit Del Greco, hit 2 of his attempts, and the longest being 37 yards. So disappointing that we could not hold off the Rollers, but it was definitely a good game, and just very sad to see that it went to the ending that it went to. Still above 500 though, so not too bad there. The next opponent is going to be the Chicago Beasts, who, if I remember correctly, Emmitt Smith is going to be the guy we have got to contend against. So we got to see if we can actually beat them. So I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and may God bless you. Take care.